Good morning. Welcome to our chair yoga class. Let's take a moment to find a comfortable seat. Wriggle your buttocks flesh away so you're sitting on your sitting bones. Knees coming straight out from the hips. Feet right underneath your knees, hip width apart. Inhale tall. Roll the shoulders back and down. Turn the palms up. Bring your chin back and lengthen the back of your neck. Seated mountain pose. Close your eyes or look downcast. Become aware of your body sitting in the chair right now. Notice if there's any part of your body that feels tense. Allow the breath to soften the tension away. The theme of this class is a yoga principle called do less and accomplish more. In Western parlance, we might say work smarter, not harder. And the way we work smarter and not harder is by letting our breath and our awareness do the work for us. So as you sit here, observing your body, begin to observe your breath. And notice how the breath moves almost on its own. Breath is subject to forces of gravity and air pressure. And you can consider that you are being breathed rather than breathing. As you allow the experience of being breathed to fill you, notice how the body becomes more alive. And even as you keep yourself sitting in a tall and comfortable state, you feel relaxation washing over you. So whenever you start to tense up, bring your awareness back to this experience of being breathed. And let the breath relax you. Let the breath nourish you. Let the breath help you do less and accomplish more. So sitting up nice and tall with the shoulders down, let's slowly lower the chin to the chest. And roll the ear to one side. And stretch the chin up to the ceiling. Roll the ear the other way. And bring the chin down. Go the opposite direction, rolling the ear to the shoulder. When we lift the chin, we're still creating length in the back of the neck. We're not totally crunching the back of the neck. And then letting that weight of the head lower your ear to your shoulder. And come back to center. Again, just letting gravity do the work. The weight of your head pulling forward, stretching the back of your neck. The shoulders relaxing back and down to lengthen that. And then awareness in the neck as we roll the ear to the shoulder. Gently lift the chin, not going all the way back. Rolling the ear to the shoulder and letting the head come forward. And reverse, rolling the ear to the shoulder. Lifting the chin and looking up. Rolling the ear. And coming forward. Come back up, shoulders down, spine long. Breathing into the neck. Let's slowly float the head around. Soft gaze. And slowly coming back the other way. And one more time. And back to center. Go back to that sensation of being breathed. Letting that breath fill your neck. Let's inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Give them a nice squeeze. Let the weight of your hands and gravity release the shoulders down. Inhale, squeeze them up. Breathing out through the mouth. As the shoulders come down. So let gravity do the work. Inhaling the shoulders up, squeeze, and two more. And last one. Let's grab onto one side of the chair, and we're going to gently tip over the other way. So again, we're letting gravity do the work, holding onto the chair so we don't fall, coming into an easy side stretch. Firm the lower abdominals and breathe into your middle, letting your breath be breathed. Just notice the prana. Inhale back up, hold onto the chair, gentle tip over, letting gravity pull your arm, pull your side. Experience of being breathed as you relax into the stretch. Inhale back up. This time, let's bring one arm up alongside our ear. And slowly tip over. You can still hold on to the chair for support, for safety. Press down into the feet to energize the legs. And then draw the head of the arm into the socket. And then shoot the energy out the fingertips. If you like, rolling your head and your ribcage towards the ceiling, rolling your pinky towards the floor. Inhale back up, reach out, turn the palm, press down, nice and slow, and relax. Compare the two sides of your body. Hold on to the chair. Inhale the other arm alongside your ear. Press down into the feet and lengthen the spine. Exhale the head of the arm bone into the shoulder socket. And then gently tip over. You can hold on to the chair for support. Take a breath and roll your rib cage and your head towards the ceiling. Roll the pinky side of your hand down towards the floor. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and lengthen your neck. Feel yourself being breathed. Inhale back up. Reach out. And press down. And release. Let's cross the elbows and we'll do some choo-choo train. And then cross elbows the opposite way and shoot you back. And let's stop traffic. Shoulders down, chest lifted. And then we're going to rotate the hands and press the fingers down. Rotate the hands. Rotate the fingers in. Can't go as far. Do that again. We'll stop traffic, shoulders down. And rotate the hands to the outside, stopping traffic this way. Coming back up. And then rotating the hands in towards each other. A little more challenging. And let's scoot forward on our chair. Feet flat on the floor. Bring our hands to our knees. We're going to round the back, tucking the chin. Rock back on your sitting bones. Inhale tall. Exhale, rock back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale tall. Exhale back. Rocking back on your sitting bones, but bringing your head and shoulders forward, making a big C shape with your back. And inhale tall. Bring the hands to the back of the chair. Imagine a breeze blowing behind you. Bring your shoulder blades back, the spine forward into your chest and stretch up. And come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, rocking forward on your sitting bones, lifting your chest, broadening your shoulder blades, your collarbones, squeezing your shoulder blades, and coming back to a neutral. Inhaling, tipping the pelvis forward, stretching up, squeezing the shoulders back, and coming to a neutral spine. And one more time, rocking, lifting, broadening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, and back to neutral. And come on back. Feel yourself being breathed. Let's bring the legs together, crossing one ankle over the other, or one knee over the other, squeezing the legs together. Bring one hand to your leg, so whichever leg is on top, and turn towards that leg, holding onto the back of the chair. Coming into an easy spinal twist. Squeeze the legs together. Soften the gaze. Soften the breath in your belly. And inhale back to center. And come back to neutral. And either cross your ankles and squeeze your legs, or cross your knees and squeeze your legs. Bring your hand across your leg, the other hand to the back of the chair or over the back. Inhale, lengthen, press down into the standing foot, and twist. Inhale back to center and cross your legs. Let's scoot back on your chair a little bit. Let's pick up one leg. Press down into that leg, flex the other leg, bring that leg in. So get nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Feeling yourself being breathed. You're going to take that shin or the back of the leg in the same hand, the other hand can drop to your knee. Open that leg out to the side. Again, maybe it looks like this for you. That's perfectly okay. Whatever works for you. Or maybe you're holding underneath. Actually, that's kind of more fun. Just don't let your shoulders be part of it. They're back and down. Chest is broad. Let's bring that leg back to center. Change hands again. You can hold underneath or on top. I'm liking holding underneath. Pull that leg across again. Maybe it stops here, or maybe you can cross it over. Feeling a stretch on the outside of your leg. If it stops here, you're not going to get as much of a stretch, but if you can't lift your leg over, that's okay.
What does a dog look like?
Back to center. Holding onto the chair. Let's do a second set. Opening that leg out. Maybe pulling it a little bit closer to your side. Try and get that knee into your armpit. So really working on lifting that leg as high as you can. So we're holding under the knee, rather than the shin. So really lift that and come on back down. And lower that foot to the floor. Take a breath and compare sides. Pick up the other leg. We're going to hug and start by hugging with both hands. And the first time you can squeeze your leg in like this if you want, but I'm liking this better. And again, even if this is your pose, that's perfectly acceptable. And then we're just going to hold with one leg, one hand, and hold on to the chair. I'll open that leg out, open that in the groin. So this time the focus is bringing the leg out to the side, flexing the foot, and pressing down into the other foot. Focus on the sensation in the legs and the sensation of being breathed. Gently bring that leg back and change hands. And again, you might hold it underneath, hold onto the chair, pull the leg towards the other leg, or if you can cross it over, you can pull it a little further, feeling a stretch along the side, and maybe even into your hip. Again, it's perfectly acceptable if this is your pose. Come back to center and change hands on the leg. Bring the knee out to the side. Hold on to the chair. This time the focus, once you've gotten the leg out, wherever works for you, to try and pull that leg in closer to your armpit, flexing your foot. Breathe. Back to center and walk the legs out. Go onto the chair. Roll the shoulders back and down. Pull against the chair to bring the shoulder blades down. Press into the feet. Feel your whole body engaged. Straighten one leg out. Pick the heel up. Pressing out through the heel and feeling the stretch in the back of that leg. Pointing the toes up towards your torso. And let's bring that foot back in. Relax for a moment, that's intense. Pick your toes up, slide your leg towards straight, pressing out through the heel, holding onto the chair, pressing into the other foot to engage both legs. Shoulders are back and down, chest is broad. And bring that foot back in. Bring the hands to the thighs, roll the shoulders back. We're going to look over a valley. We're pressing the feet down, we're pressing the knees back. So maybe instead of having your hands here, you might want to have them inside the knees a little bit. We're pressing the knees back. Again, don't let the shoulders roll up, press them back and down. Press straight back, looking over that valley. And then let's walk our hands around to one knee and we look over the valley here, still pressing this hip and that foot into the floor actively, if you're about to push off it. Long, straight spine. Feel yourself being breathed. And let's come back to center, looking over the valley here. Press into those feet, press the knees back, engage the legs. Lift the pelvic floor and engage the lower abdominals. And let's walk our hands over to the other knee and look out into that valley. Press down to that foot, engage that leg. And inhale back to center. Inhale. Toe heel yourself back to center and notice how you feel. Let's go into some sun salutes. We'll do the Sherry Zach Morris variation today. Sitting up tall, a little bit away from the back of your chair. Our hands to our heads. Inhale. Reaching up. Exhale, coming forward with a straight back, coming into goddess pose. Inhale and exhale, slide your hands down your legs. Let your head go. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, bring a knee up, nose to knee. Exhale, down. Inhale, nose to knee. Exhale, down. Inhale, tall. Exhale, over. Spinal twist. Exhale, down. Spinal twist. And exhale, down. Inhale, back up. Let's reach up tall. And hands down. Let's go for some sit to stands. Inhale the arms up in front, shoulder blades down your back. Go for 8. Inhale. And down. Nice and slow. Feeling your breath breathing you. 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. You can always skip a set if you're getting tired. You can also cross your arms if your arms are getting tired. And 7. And here we go, we're gonna stand, and 8, and stand. Let's come to Tadasana behind our chairs. I always like to do our half raises, inhaling up. Try not to use your hands very much, using the strength of your legs, lowering back. And let's come up into tall mountain. If you need to hold on, hold on. And just a finger, find your drishti. And just one hand. Both hands even for a second. And we're going to work on Tadasana. So if you need to face the chair with two hands, go right ahead. Or I'm going to stand this way without the chair, so you can see me, but you could also hold on with one hand. So choose the variation that makes you feel most stable. When we stand in Tadasana, mountain pose, in perfect alignment, we're doing less and accomplishing more because our body is at its most efficient. So let's start with our feet flat on the floor. Check that they're hip width and parallel. And then let's press actively into the four corners of the feet. And most of you probably aren't barefoot. Inhale, lifting the arches, lifting the kneecaps. Letting the tailbone soften down. Lifting the pelvic floor and the lower abdominals. Letting the midriff soften. Inhaling, lengthening the side ribs by tucking the front ribs. Rolling the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Reaching your hands to the floor if you're not holding on to the chair. Bringing your chin in slightly and lengthening the back of your neck. So you have ear, over shoulder, over hip, over ankle bone. So in a lot of people as they get older, they start to look like this, they look like this. So you're finding your Tadasana, finding the way that you feel most stable. And if you feel safe, either holding on with one hand or two, close your eyes. Feel into your body. Let your body make any subtle adjustments it needs to make to find your perfect alignment. And then feel yourself being breathed. And then again, if you need to hold on to the chair with one hand or two, if you can just hold on with one, the other arm can come up alongside your ear. And again, if you have shoulder issues, you can do it like this or like this. Draw the head of the shoulder down, head of the arm bone into the shoulder socket. And then gently tip over to one side. If you don't need to hold on to the chair, you can slide your hand down your leg. Press both feet evenly into the floor. And then very gently roll your rib cage and your head towards the ceiling. Roll the pinky side of your hand down. And inhale back up. Reach the arm out if you're using it. Rest down. Take a breath and compare the two sides of your body. If you're holding onto the chair, even if you're facing it, you hold it on with one hand. Bring the opposite arm alongside your ear if that works for you. If not, goddess arms are reaching out, or even hand on your hip, whatever works for your body. So if you're holding on with the opposite. Okay? So if you're not holding on to the chair, you're sliding your hand down your body. Take a breath and exhale down through both feet, pressing evenly into the earth. Draw the head of the leg bone up into your torso. Draw the head of the arm bone into your shoulder socket. Roll your shoulder back, your rib cage and your head towards the ceiling. The pinky side of your hand down towards the floor. Feel yourself being breathed. Inhale back up. If your arm is free, you're reaching out. And coming into Tadasana. Let's turn towards our chair. We'll do some lunges. Take the right leg and step it back. Bend the front leg. Roll the shoulders back and down and stretch up. So if you can, the heel is behind the toes. The thigh bones are lifted. I'm going to go to a deeper lunge, maybe step that back a little more. Then both knees a little more. Keeping that front knee over your heel. So in other words, you're not doing this. You're doing this. Coming into a lower lunge if you need to keep stretching your foot back or right ahead. A little more challenging, so choose the variation that's right for you. Step up and step back, shake it out. Ooh, good work. Take a moment into Tadasana, feeling yourself being breathed. Okay, we're going to step the other foot back into a high lunge. We'll bend the front knee over the heel, finding the right distance for you. And if you can, the heels are over the toes and back. We're going to take a lower lunge by bending down, bringing the hips back so that the front knee doesn't come forward. If you need to step back more, please do that. Hang out here for a couple breaths. And only do what feels good to you. Draw the inner thighs towards the midline. And let's straighten that leg and step back up. Whew, that's a lot of work. And I promise you would do less and accomplish more. I'm going to turn I'm not going to turn my chair, I'm going to turn my body, but you can be facing the chair still. I just want you to be able to see what I'm doing without the chair in the way. So we're going to take one leg and just, the toes pointing forward, we're going to come into a balancing pose, standing on one leg. Again, you could be doing it this way, facing the chair with both hands on the chair. But the important point is that you're not rotating the toes out, the toes are pointing forward, and you're just swinging that leg straight out to the side. If you like, you can bring your arm out. With both arms. Or you could be holding onto the chair with one or two arms, no problem. And let's bring that leg back in. Shake it out. I'm going to switch my chair, but again, you could be facing the chair. I'm just doing this so you can see me better. Starting in Tadasana with that beautiful alignment. Soft breath, feeling yourself being breathed. Toes stay pointed forward and just straight out to the side, kind of like a pendulum. Like add an arm. Or add two arms. And back and down, and let's shake them out. This time you do need to be facing the side of your chair, or if You're going to hold on to with two hands. You need to be able to get past the front of your chair because we're going to balance to the front. So standing in Tadasana, the legs straight, the toes pointed up. Just bringing that leg out in front of you. If you like, adding an arm. Or two arms. It's okay, I'm going to hold on. Maybe just holding on with a finger. Draw the limb into the body. Press down through your standing leg. And if you're facing the chair, you want to have the chair this way so you can bring the leg forward. You can still hold on to the chair with both arms. And stay here. Toes are pointed up towards you so you feel that engagement of the quadricep and stretch in the back of your leg. And you're feeling your body being breathed. And then shake it out if you need to. And we'll change sides. So you can be standing here if you like, or next to your chair, whichever works for you. Find your Tadasana. Shift your weight. Toes pointed up. And again, if just that's all you can do is with your toes up, that could be your pose too. Or begin to lift that leg straight, only going as high as you can with a straight leg. Floating your arm out if you like. Maybe holding on with just a finger. Whatever works for you. Pressing down into the standing leg and lifting up out of the spine. Feeling your body being breathed. And down, and shake it out. And the last one, do a little curtsy. We'll bring the leg behind you, across. Okay, so I'm standing in Tadasana, taking one leg behind the other, keeping my hips forward. It's not straight back, it's crossed back. And then just like we did before, we're going to go into that little lunge. But this time the leg is behind. And if you want to take an arm off with both arms. Or hold on. Nice deep breaths. Feel yourself being breathed. Bring the hands back to the chair. Straighten the leg, come back, shake it out. And we'll do the other leg. So again, I'm just turning this way so you can see the leg is not going straight back. It's going straight back and then crossing over. So it's like the lunge we did before with the toes on the floor. And we can face the chair, stretch it back and cross it over. And then coming into our curtsy. Finding your balance or holding on. And breathe. You're doing great. Straighten back up, bring that leg back, and shake it out. Take a few moments to rest. We're going to bring the seat of the chair in front of us. Bring our hands down onto the seat of the chair. And we're going to step out. If you're getting tired, have a seat, take a break. If you have the ability, you're going to come lower onto the chair, relax your head. Or if you need to stand up here, you can still let your head go. Maybe put a little bend in the elbows, squeezing the elbows close. Or again, if you can, come all the way down, surrender. Feel your inner groins pulling back, your arches lift, your leg muscles engage. And we're doing less and accomplishing more by relaxing our head on our arms You can also do this if you can't go all the way low. Just relax your forehead this way. Into your palms. So find the height that's right for you. And breathe. Feel yourself being breathed. Inhale ourselves back up. Think downward facing dog. So we're here. We're going to walk our hips back and lower our chest towards the chair, keeping our hips between our legs. That's the difference between this and downward facing dog. Feel your inner groins pulling back, your inner thighs pushing apart, your chest reaching to the floor, and reaching with your arms. Pull the head of the arm bone into the socket and send the energy out your fingertips. You can rest your head on the chair if it reaches. Bring the hands to the seat of the chair, lift up. Elbow yourself a little more forward. Still having your hips right over your legs. But instead of being with your arms extended, now you're a little bit over your wrists. And holding onto the chair, or bring your hand to the middle of the chair if you can. Let's reach the other arm out to the side. And then we're going to press into the hand that's on the chair and spin the belly. So we're not throwing the arm back, the arm is pulling the head of the arm bone into the socket, and the arm is just following the twist of the body. Spinning your body from the belly, looking up. Use the hand on the chair to help you twist. Engage the feet, pressing them down into the earth. Engage the legs, lifting the kneecaps. Press your inner thighs back, particularly the thigh behind you, so that you're not dropping your hip. Keeping those hips level. Spinning more from the belly than from the legs. Good job. Let's come on back down. We'll do the other side. So bring your hand to the midline of the chair. Reach your other arm out. Ground through the legs. Spin through the belly. Reach that arm out, but draw the head of the arm bone into the socket. And then keep that arm where it is. It's just going because your body is spinning. Now, this hip, pull that hip back so that you're still keeping your pelvis in alignment and you're spinning more from the belly than from the hips. Feel yourself being breathed. And bring that hand back down. And we'll do one more wide-legged down dog. So you're gonna wriggle yourself back, reach your arms forward, lower your head towards your chair. But remember, the hips aren't coming forward. They're back between your legs. Feet are parallel. And see now my head isn't reaching the chair. I'm in front of the chair, so I can even go a little lower if I like. Letting gravity pull me down. Keep those legs active, pressing down into the four corners of the feet. Lifting the kneecaps, pulling back with the inner groins. Flatten the shoulder blades flat on your back. Beautiful. Let's inhale back up. Let's just toe heel ourselves together, be easier, and walk forward. Come sit down on your chair, you've been working hard. And give yourself a hug. So you can wrap your arms around your legs and come forward like this. If you can't reach your legs like that and you're at home, you have props, you could always prop yourself. Or once again, you can put your elbows on your knees and support your head in your hands. Heel of the hand to the forehead. Relax the shoulders down. And let's slowly sit up. Scoot yourself forward on your chair. Reach your hands back. If you can, bring your hands behind you, crossing elbows. Inhaling, lifting over the bolster you've created with your arms. If that doesn't work, you're doing this. Squeezing the shoulder blades toward each other. Inhale up. Let's cross the arms the other way. And arc back. Inhale back up, and once again, we'll give ourselves a hug. So again, you need to, elbows on your knees, forehead on your hands, or propping yourself, or hugging your legs and letting your head go. And slowly roll back up. And come to Shavasana, on the floor or in your chair, whichever works for you. Notice yourself being breathed, the body being nourished by the fact of the breath. The fact that you barely have to do anything for the breath to happen. You can stay here as long as you like, or slowly begin to open your eyes and come back into the room. Thank you so much for coming to class today. So I hope you enjoyed this class today, experiencing the effortlessness of being breathed, using alignment cues to help you be more efficient, living your life, working smarter, not harder. Namaste.